Heidegger.
Yo,
Being in time.
page 79.
J. Part 2. Being in the world in general as the basic state of Dasein. Section 12. A preliminary sketch of being in the world in terms of an orientation towards being in as such. On the much more over 2020, history's going down. In our preparatory discussions, we have brought out some characteristics of being which will provide us with a steady light for our further investigation, but which will at the same time become structurally concrete as that investigation continues. Dasein is an entity which in its very being comports itself understandingly towards that being. In saying this, we are calling attention to the former concept of existence. Dasein exists. Furthermore, Dasein is an entity which in this case I myself and minus belongs to any existent Dasein and belongs to it as a condition which makes authenticity and inauthenticity possible. In each case, Dasein exists in one or the other of the two modes, or else it is modally undifferentiated. But these are both ways in which Dasein beings takes on a definite character. They must be seen and understood a priori as a ground upon the state of being which we have called being in the world. An interpretation of this constitutive state is needed if we are to set up our analytic of Dasein correctly. The compound expression being in the world indicates in the very way we are pointing that H stands for a unitary phenomenon. This primary data must be seen as a whole, but while being in the world cannot be broken up into contents which may be pieced together, this does not prevent it from having several constitutive items in its structure. Indeed, the phenomenal data which are expression in cases, one which may in fact be looked at in three ways if we study in keeping the whole phenomenon family in mind beforehand. The following items may be brought out for emphasis. First, the inner world. With regard to these, there arises the text of inquiring into the ontological structure of the world and defining the idea of worldhood as such. Second, that entity which in every case has been in the world as the way in which it is. Here we are seeking that which one inquires in when one asks the question who, by a phenomenological demonstration we shall determine who is in the mood of Dasein average everydayness. Third, being in as such, we must set forth the ontological constitution of beinghood itself. Emphasis upon any one of these constituted items signifies that the others are emphasized along with it. This means that in any such case the whole phenomenon gets seen. Of course, being in the world is a state of Dasein which is necessary a priori, but it's far from sufficient for completely determining Dasein's being. Before making these three phenomena the themes for spatial analysis, we shall attempt by way of orientation to characterize the third of these factors. What is meant by being in? Our proximal reaction is to round up this expression to being in the world, and we are inclined to understand this being in as being in something. This latter term designates the kind of being which an entity has when it is in another one, as the water is in the glass or the garment in the cupboard. By this in we mean the relationship of being which entity extend in space have to each other with regard to their location in that space. But water and glass, garment and cupboard are in space and not a location and both in the same way. This relationship of being can be expanded. For instance, the bench in the lecture room, the lecture room in the university in the city, and so on, until we can say that the bench in the world space, all entities whose being